If you're a huge fan of Naruto Boruto Shinobi Striker, you know Season 5 is just around the corner. If you're like me, you're super excited. But today we're going to talk about a potential DLC in Kiba Inuzuka. Did I say that correctly? I'm very bad at pronouncing things. But anyways, a long time ago, there was a data mine by Sergio M3R, if that's the right name. I'm going to link it down in the description. If I don't, just remind me. I am very forgetful. And in this data mine, we see Kiba, we see Sorcery, we see Shino, and we had Ino as in that data mine. Now, Ino came to the game and gave us one of the worst healing jutsus of all time. And if you like that jutsu, good for you. Stop using it in my lobbies. I hate that jutsu, but I'm getting off track here. I think Shino is a big possibility. And I think a lot of people would like to see Shino as like a range type in Naruto Boruto Shinobi Striker. And he also kind of fits the mold. I don't know if he left a legacy, but the Aburame clan is a huge legacy in Naruto. Next, we have Sorcery. Sorcery's actually been in the game since launch, and he's been in the data, but the puppet animation, even though we don't have it right here, I have seen it personally, and you do not want to use those puppets. They're blocky, they're glitchy. I think they got to work out a couple things before they drop that Sorcery DLC. But he also does fit the mold for the most part, even though he's not a Leaf Village legacy. He has a huge legacy in the Sand Village as Sorcery of the Red Sand, who was a master puppeteer that has multiple puppets throughout the anime, as you can see Kankura using them and other puppet users. Now, I think Kiba is a huge possibility in this DLC, Season 5. Now, what are his jutsus? And that's kind of what we're going to look at. Now, we obviously do have something similar to that. Now, if you played in the pit, you know for a fact we already have Fanover Fang with the chakra claws going over and over and over again. Some people can even infinite with that thing, but again, that's similar to Kiba, but not exactly. Also, the Fanover Fang is a continuous whirlwind spinning at you and ripping through. But what other jutsus does really Kiba have? Yes, he can transform into a two-headed dog or even a three-headed dog if he uses a Shadow Clone. He also has Shadow Clone, but we already have that in the game. And it's been said in the data books that he did train and was able to break a meteor that fell off the rock, as you can see in Naruto the Last. So I don't know what exactly we're going to get for an ultimate, and I don't see us transforming into a dog. I'm not a huge Kiba fan, so I'm going to keep my bias a little bit light, as I think he's pretty useless in Naruto. One of Kiba's techniques is called the four-legged technique, which you could easily get as an attack jutsu as we get in all fours and able to run a little bit faster. I think that would be a unique ability, but I don't think it'd be one of his main jutsus. Let's talk about the second jutsu that I think we could see. Next, we have Fanover Fang, or Fang Passing Fang, which turns Akamaru into Kiba, and they basically cross-cut their opponent and basically slashing and dashing. It's just a Fanover Fang, as Akamaru can use it as well. Again, I'm terrible at pronouncing things, so if I mispronounce that dog's name, I apologize, but you get what I'm saying. Don't know how they're going to incorporate that type of jutsu into Naruto. How are you going to summon the dog and transform him into a human? I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but Shinobi Strikers I feel like they're pretty creative in what they can do. The other jutsu that Kiba uses, which I wouldn't consider an ultimate, is Fang Wolf Fang, which turns him and Akamaru into a giant two-headed wolf. And basically, it's just another Fanover Fang, but a little bit bigger. His jutsus aren't real creative. It's like Naruto and his Rasengan. It's Rasengan, Massive Rasengan, Sage Art Rasengan, Rasen Shuriken Rasengan, and so on and so on. It's just really based off Fanover Fang, and it gets bigger, or there's two of them, and so on and so on. Next is the three-headed wolf jutsu, which is called Tail Chasing Fang, Rotation Fang. Yes, I definitely had to look at the computer for that because there's a lot of words, but basically you're just tail chasing, and instead of doing it in more of a vertical formation, they're doing it in a horizontal, going around like a merry-go-round. Instead of just going side by side and spinning at the person, they're going to be going around like a planet, if that makes sense. Now, I think that could be the ultimate instead of Fang Wolf Fang, but I feel like there's more jutsus to Kiba than just him turning into giant wolves, you know? Kiba developed a very powerful technique, so powerful it's the most advanced Inuzuka clan member technique ever. It's called Whirlwind Wolf Fang. There's a stronger technique in Kodohan Hidan that developed a new powerful jutsu, which actually broke a meteorite in Naruto the Last. We don't get to see it, we don't know what the technique is called, we don't know how strong it is, but it had to be something serious. If it could literally see a meteorite falling from the sky, it'd be like, no problem. But why haven't we seen this? Why didn't he use it against Ashiki? Why did he get one-shotted? I don't know if Kiba would be the best DLC. I think maybe DLC 6, maybe DLC 7, or just not put him in the game at all. And I'm not the worst Kiba fan in the world, but I just don't see, and I don't want him in the game. I would rather see some other characters that have unique abilities that actually could do some damage. I know today was a very short video, but I really wanted to talk about a Kiba DLC, and there's not many jutsus in Naruto right now that I can get creative with and make a Kiba build. So I wanted to sit down, I haven't done it in a while, and talk to you guys face to face with camera, and you get the point. But anyways, more build videos to come, more DLC ideas to come, and of course, I hope moderators will drop on Thursday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.